You're constantly waking me up in the middle of the night. Well, you have an on and off button, okay? You also have a tuner button. So remember how I was saying the throat and it goes higher? You can tune in to higher and lower. And you can also make it louder. Sometimes there are two. Anybody get the ee? You can turn it down. Tell them quiet it down. And you can turn it off again. So just remember that. You have full control of your radio. So that's the best scenario or analogy I can say about really picturing the different realms, the different dimensions they also call it. So that's a general overview of the angels and the angelic realm. I mean, you can go and study it for years just on angels alone. But I'm also really big about the simplicity because I had studied under many great teachers and authors and traveled everywhere. And bottom line is I'm a girl that's like really simple. Can you tell me the same thing in one word instead of a whole book? I don't know if anybody else is like that, but that's how I am. So the bottom line is this. They're free. You can access them 24 hours a day. You just have to ask, be willing to listen, and take action. That's it. That is really it. They're non-physical, and they're non-denominational. So there is no excuse, as we say. Any questions about the angelic realm? Anything that's nagging at you? That you're like, I always wondered about this, or I wondered about that.
No. You didn't go into you went into hearing and sight. What about?
Oh, I'm sorry, you're right. Thank you.
Feeling.
Feeling, which I tapped in a little bit. I'm glad you put me back on track. Thank you. It's called clairsentience, where you can channel through your feelings. Again, I'll give you the scenario from before. Let's say, hey, do you like that person? And you go, no. And they'll be like, well, why don't you like that person? I don't know. My gut's saying no. Something wrong. You ever have that? Mm-hmm. Or sometimes I know when I'm channeling and I'm not getting something exactly clear, and I'll say, no, I think it's this, I think it's this. And all of a sudden the hairs on my arms, goosebumps. Those are my detectors. I'm feeling now. Anything to do with feeling. They're also called empaths. So when I do the weekend, I teach a class called the Angel Healer Practitioner Workshop. If any of you are interested in taking this to the next level, I'm teaching it next year in May. Anyway, I do a little quiz that I have everybody take. I don't grade it. It's just really for you. And you just take 3 simple questions that you answer. And it helps you define what you are. And I find that most everybody that takes my class, 80% are empaths. I'll get 1 or 2 that are my seers, a couple that are my hearers, and the next one is the knowingness. But most of them are healers. Most people channel through their feelings. It's just that gut, especially women. I can say that's for all women in here. Right? Women just have that keen sense of intuition and our gut. Men are very mathematical. They're taught to think different. What do they say? Men from Mars, women from, what do they say? Or vice versa. I really believe that. Their chemistry is much different. You're more open that way. So empaths are very sensitive. So any of you that feel like you channel through mostly feelings, you just have to be cautious because you're going to be very, very sensitive. So you could wake up feeling great. All of a sudden somebody calls and they're negative, and all of a sudden you feel like you're going like this. Okay? It's because they just sucked your energy. Call them energy robbers, stealers, whatever word you want to call them. So you have to, stay away from them. I'll teach you a quick shielding exercise that I learned. Remember, I like simplicity. I go in the shower. As the shower is hitting my head with the water, I visualize I'm being cleansed. And all the negativity that has been attached to me goes down the drain. Then I visualize myself in a big white light, ball of light. And we're going to do a quick meditation when I get into the readings. I didn't want to do it before the lecture because then sometimes my attendees start not that. So I'll do it in a couple of minutes. And then just seal yourself off with a big white light. I do it like twice a day. Anybody that works for doctors or the healing profession or see a lot of heavy-duty clients, and I don't mean size, I mean emotionally, do that a couple of times of the day. And you don't have to be physically in a shower, but do white light, white light. Sometimes if I had another client earlier that was a little heavy-duty, heavy on the heart. So I have these little sprays. If you don't like sage, I'm spraying myself. I also do an exercise where I cut the cords after I do a reading, where I pretend my arm is a shield and I ask Archangel Michael to come with me. Because when I'm reading somebody, they're attached to me as much as I'm attached to them. As soon as the session's over with. Now, it's not just, for readings. Let's say you do body work or any work with clients. Remember, you're attached to them, whether you think you're channeling them or not. So now you and I are attached, so after a session, I'll cut the cord, and then I do this other trick I learned. I push their energy to them, and I take back what's mine. And I feel like a new person. Because people will ask me, how do you do one reading after the other? Because I cut the cords. Now at night, I'll take a shower again, and then I seal myself up for the night. So that's just, I really, especially you empaths that are the feelers, really highly, because I'll find that empaths, another thing is, they'll pick on other people's thoughts and feelings, and it's not them. And they think it's them. I'm going crazy, I think I'm depressed. No, it's because the guy you're with is depressed, or your friend is. You're allowing them to tap into you. So just keep an eye on that for anybody that you feel like that resonates with you. And then the last one is claircognizance, which is the know-it-alls. They are truly know-it-alls because they channel through their thoughts. A lot of artists, musicians, they channel just through their thoughts. And I'll give you, I call it my mindless visions. Okay, scenario. Folding towels, all of a sudden I'll say, your friend Jill needs you, call her. All right, I'm not asking for Jill, but I'm getting that when I'm folding the towels. Call Jill, or actually, ring, ring, it's Jill, I need your help. See what I'm saying? So those are for your thoughts. And especially any authors in here, writers, inventors, they are channeling through their thoughts. The best way to channel is to use all of your senses. One is not better than the other. I feel I get more accurate with a client when I'm, yes, in the middle of a reading, I am hearing a message. I'm seeing images they're giving me. Then I feel like when I know I'm on, I get the goosebumps. And then I'll get a thought. So see what I'm saying? So the best is to hear them all. Now, how can you enhance certain senses? Practice. There really is no trick. I wish there was the magic pill, but there isn't. I am a different reader today than I was 8 years ago when I started. And because first I had to break down all the belief systems and blocks that I had built up all those years, fear. Once I broke all that down, it was like chiseling a wall. Then I had to rebuild myself up, period, and then I had to go into the confidence period of, because one thing I did learn from a teacher years ago that, if any of you are interested in doing this, that I learned that I felt that was a really good gift to hear, is if you're giving somebody a reading, and they're even doing this to you, keep on going, because many things could be. One could be they forgot. When people are getting readings, a lot of times, you're not going to remember everything. That's why I love when people bring friends. Because they'll be like, what are you talking about? Like let's say, okay, your father or whatever, did he have, let's say he liked red, I'm making this up. And then you're going, no, there's a resonate. What do you mean? Or I love this one. I read it, this girl was coming to me constantly, where is the right one? Where is it? Where is it? And every time she came, I pretty much told her, I can't take your money anymore because you're not doing what you're supposed to be doing. And I said to her, wealthy woman, but she wouldn't leave the house. She worked out of the house. Phone. So finally, not that there's any disrespect to plumbers, but I said, unless you meet the plumber, I don't see how you can meet the guy. Because her guides kept saying, she needs to go out, even if it's to the gym. They said, go out dancing just to help her feel good about herself. Go out with her friends. And they kept saying, you need to go out, you need to go out. And every month she would call me, where is he? So one time she invited me to her house with all her girlfriends. It was the best thing that ever happened. Because after a while, you get like, God, she's a heavy duty, but maybe it's me. So guess what the question was when it came to her turn? Where is the guy? And I just told her, like, oh, by the way, as a little side note, when I read you tonight, I will not remember as soon as I exit that door. So don't call me the next day. Remember what you said? It's just, the only thing I could say is maybe I'm not supposed to hold on to everybody's stuff. I can't even remember my own stuff. But what's great is when people are repeats, and I'll repeat it, and I was like, well, that means it's still in your energy, your aura. Because if I'm not getting it again, I'm not one to lie. Like, if I'm not getting something, I'm going to tell you I'm not getting it. Not mean that it's not going to happen. Because people say, well, are you sure that guy's not the right one? I mean, if I hear flat out no, I'll say it. But if I don't see, I won't tell you I see something. I'm not going to lie. And so if I read you multiple times, like I was reading this woman, I don't remember. As soon as she leaves, I have no recollection of anything we've discussed previously. So again, and it's her turn. I'm starting to channel. You have to go out. I do all that, and all her friends. It was the best thing that ever happened. It was like 10 of them. What? You never go out. Everything she's saying, we told you the same thing. Oh, I loved it. I don't think I ever heard from that girl again.
Oh my goodness.
I know, because I don't believe in taking people's money unless I can help them. You know, one thing I did years ago, because I had one doozy, that woman, oh my goodness, it was like, I was really in the beginning of charging for readings. And this one lady came to me the whole entire hour. She just wanted to know how she can get back at that effing ex-husband of hers and that effing girlfriend of his, and wanted to know how, like she thought I was going to do voodoo or whatever. I'm sweating. I'm new at this.
Wow.
So after she left, I said, God, Angels, if I'm really supposed to do this for a living, please only send me to people that I can really help. And it never happened again. Never, ever. Because I teach classes. If any of you are in this field, I am teaching a spiritual teacher training class, how to teach people how to speak and all that in the spiritual field. You don't have to be just a psychic if you're like massage therapy or Reiki or whatever you do. And so I tell my students all the time, please, please, please pray that people will be drawn to you that can truly help. Because if they're not, because everybody will resonate to different people. Not everybody is for everybody. I may talk to you and you're like, I don't know what she's talking about, and then my aunt can come in and you totally resonate with her. It's not like, I don't take it personally. I think everybody's different it's the law of attraction too, but I'm telling you it works. So ask, ask, ask. Remember the ask thing? So those are the 4 clairs, and truly, how you can get better at them, each of them are different. Practice, practice, practice. There is no trick. The more and more readings I do, the better I get at it, even today. When people used to call me for readings, they like, I don't do mediumship. Nope, not my thing, not mediumship. So people say, you're a psychic. Nope, I'm not a medium. And I would tell dead people, go away. It's pretty ironic. Lately, I'm getting names, I see what they're like. Are you kidding me? They freaking wake me up at night? What? So I laugh about it now. I said, I even had a guy yesterday, yeah, I'm not a medium. All right, yes, I know, I talked to them. Then I start telling him things about his father. But I'm not a medium. So I must have been like a psychic medium in a past life, that I must have this hang up about being a medium, but I laugh because I do see them too. But I guess I just have this hang up about calling myself a medium. Practice, practice. And once you get rid of that fear of being always perfect, and guess what? And that's one thing I've taught people too. Maybe you're not remembering exactly. Because even when I get readings, I don't remember everything.
Yeah.
I'll never forget, I had a radio show, and I had this guy that wanted to be on my radio show, a medium. And I wanted to check him out before I had him on my show. So I go and I come in late, and I sit in the back, and the poor guy is sweating because he's saying, does anybody know? And he was naming this kind of guy. I was like, well, wait a second, I think that's my grandfather he's talking about. So even me! I finally raised my hand. I said, I think that's my grandfather. He's like, oh my goodness, I'm sweating over here. The poor guy was just starting out. So it happens. So keep on going. So don't lose that. Keep on going. Don't worry that, because it's usually in the interpretation. Any questions about the angels before I start giving you guys readings? Oh wait, are we out of time? No,
but I think you wanted to take a break. Do you want to take a quick break for people?
Okay. Why don't you take because it's 6:30, right? Yeah. Okay, I got scared. I thought it was 7:30 already. Take a 5-minute break, 10-minute break.